Morning, how are we all? So it is Tuesday, the start of another vlog. We are digging this week. So we have the plan of action. Oh my god, I'm still so tanned, I can't get it off. I'm just gonna leave it ride dirty for the next week and a half until the next one. But anyway, we have the plan of action. So obviously, being my first show, everything was completely new in terms of like loading, show day, what the look was going to look like, and also like how just how everything was going to work. So after that show, we basically, me and Ella both agreed that I looked quite flat on stage. I was getting warm when we were pumping up, but I didn't feel pumped like on stage, like as if I had just trained sort of thing. I was getting more of a pump in my sessions, so like my post-workout shots were looking decent, but yeah, we think that we could have filled up maybe a bit more the few days before, but my body was just eating the carbs, considering we did like 2 lots of 300 grams and then a 350 gram carb day. We didn't have any carbs on show day, but I think I used all of the, I think it's like glycogen stores, and basically used up all the carbs that I did have from the previous day, because I was running around getting my makeup done and my tan, and obviously because it's your first show there's like a lot going on, like people are coming to see you and stuff like that. So I think after that, this one, all my tan and my makeup and stuff should be earlier, because it's PCA opposed to like a private makeup artist. All of the figure girls will be early in the day because they're the first people on, and then all the bikini girls will be after. So I imagine that my makeup is going to be quite early, so then that means that after I've had my makeup we can like drizzle in some carbs, and I won't be using them because I'll just be able to relax after that point. But yeah, the plan for this week, cardio is back in. So I've got an hour and 10 every day apart from leg days. On, when is that? Thursday, I've got 30 minutes, which is a leg day, and then I have 60 minutes on Sunday, and that is D volume legs and pull. So I've got 60 minutes because obviously I won't be going as ham in my legs pull session, and also because it's like a half and half session, it's not like solely putting too much strain on your legs. And then next week we've got 2 pump sessions opposed to 3. I think that's so that I'm not using the carbs too much on the Friday. So the Friday and the Saturday I'll rest, and that's also when we'll probably be doing the heavier carb load. Ella said she's going to change the loading process. I don't have all the details on that, but I'll give you that next week. So yeah, hour and 10 cardio most days, so that is 4 days. 4 days of an hour and 10, like that's not bad. I've got no issue with that. That's the thing, I'm very much a like goal orientated person, like timescales. Like I like to plan my weeks and stuff like that. So for me this is ideal, because I'm like, right, 6 days, that's my goal in my mind. So I'm like, 6 days, I just need to absolutely smash it for these 6 days, and then after that we're peak weeking again, so then, you know, things change, but I need to just make sure I'm putting everything into this. So yeah, hopefully we'll be more pumped on stage, different loading process, and also we should be leaner. Food is really low, it's like 950 calories on training days and on rest days. We're going no carb on rest days, and on training days I get, is it 50 grams if it's the same as before? Yeah, I get 50 grams of rice on a training day, and that is the only carbs. So yeah, running no carb, but again, like I say, it's not forever. we've got a goal in place. I was a little bit nervous at the beginning of last week for this show, the one that we just done, but then the nerves kind of went away, and then I wasn't nervous the whole day, which I'm actually glad about, because then it means that I wasn't bothered about the look. Like, it was just my first show, I wanted to enjoy it. And then obviously after the show you then have that like come down because you've had such a busy day, and then I had the day off, so then you sort of look at photos and stuff, and I was looking and I was like, oh, I did look a bit flat. I think we could have like done this differently, but like that's the whole point of doing a first show, is because you don't know how it's all going to work. And then now that I've done that one, which if anything I would have been more nervous for that one, now I can go into the PCA one not feeling nervous at all, because I've done one, and bring a better look. So yeah, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. So we're just going to implement these plans this week, so I will give you little updates here and there as to how things are going, how weight is going, but yeah, so I'll sign off for today, and I will see you tomorrow to give you an update on how I'm feeling post no carb today. So yeah, it's all exciting. Less than, I think it's like 11 days out or something, so buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Morning gang. It's actually been quite a few days since I last vlogged. Just been feeling dead, and yeah, it's getting hard. Today we've had a change, so I was doing an hour and 10 of cardio every day. It's gone up to 90 minutes, so because I could not get out of bed this morning because my sleep was so bad last night, and then I woke up late, and then my cardio has been upped. I only had time to do, so I've done 30 minutes because I have a bit of like OCD about doing round numbers. It either needs to be like 30 minutes, 45, like in those sections. So yeah, I did 30 minutes, and then I'm going to do an hour later, and it's rest day, and I honestly want to cry. But it's only for 3 days. I just need to get a bit leaner, and it's driving me insane. But yeah, let's see what we can do in the next 3 days, and then yeah, next week is peak week. This heat is killing me as well. Like, if it wasn't this hot, I don't think it would be as bad, but like going out, because obviously I'm sat down at a desk all day, going out and doing 15k steps in 30 degrees is not ideal. But yeah, so I'm gonna sign off again probably today. I'm just not in the mood for vlogging. Weight was 59 kg, so since post show it's gone down 2 kg. I'd like it to be like 57, because we've been dropping, and then today we didn't drop. I feel really like sluggish from this heat, and like I've got a banging headache, but I'm hoping that we might get a decent drop by like Sunday. So yes, that is the plan of action. So yeah, food is low, steps are high, and cardio is upped. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my first meal, and then I'm starting work in a minute, and then yeah, I'll probably see you for some weight updates over the weekend. But apart from that, I will see you for peak week when I'm in a bit better of a mood. Hey guys, just a little update. Weight was 58.8 this morning, so we're still going down little bits at a time. I am not feeling like filming at all, but I just wanted to update you on like the plan of action so that it's not so much of a shock when I just start next week. But cardio is now an hour and a half every day, including on leg day on Sunday. That's going to be hard, but once it's done, then I have a rest day the next day, and then the plan is that from the rest day, we're gonna do cardio on the rest day, but then from Tuesday next week, no cardio, unless that changes. But yeah, so just ticking along. This morning, I'm gonna be brutally honest, because like, I think it's like, you wanna share it, because I don't want people thinking that like prep is really easy, and yeah. But like this morning, I was sat in the kitchen crying. I didn't go and do my cardio until 9 AM. I'm eating my first meal now, and it's 11:15. Just because I'm trying to delay them as much as possible. Even though I'm not that hungry because of the heat, I'm never hungry in the heat. It actually takes my appetite away. I just know that because I've got less to do today because I'm not working, because it's Saturday, I might be a bit bored, and that'll be when I want to eat, not because I'm necessarily hungry. But yeah, having my first meal now. I went and had a little walk around M&S and the range. I only got frozen veg from the range, and I got this. I keep seeing this on Instagram. It's the caramel tree. I love Christmas, so I'm very excited to try this. But it's a caramel filled little chocolate tree, because I want to put it in my oats the day after show. But I just find that like I'm not a binger. After the other show, I could have binged because I had the all clear to kind of like, obviously not go crazy, but I knew that the meal that I was eating was less calories than going out for a meal, and I could have used that to be like, oh, I'm gonna eat more stuff because my meal is lower calorie than a takeaway. But I still didn't binge. I just ate until I was full, and then I actually was quite uncomfortable because the hunger was like really bad, and then all of a sudden I was really full. I don't know if I've actually mentioned this, but yeah, so after my other meal, I just had like a noodle dish from Aldi, and yeah, I was really like ravenous. Like I felt like I could just finish it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I feel uncomfortable and like sick. So now that I know that, I don't want to binge, because that was not a nice feeling. I was literally doing laps around my garden, and that wasn't even after a takeaway. So we're gonna have a small takeaway after this one, but it's going to be a kid's meal, because yeah, I do not want to feel like that. But anyway, back to the little caramel tree. That gives me a little bit of enjoyment buying that. And yeah, I'm going to have oats in the morning after my show, because I'm going to train with Dev, which I'm very excited about, the day after. So I'm going to have oats as my pre-workout, and then I'm going to pop that little Christmas tree in the oats. Very excited about that. So yeah. And also I thought by training the day after show, one, I'm training with Dev, so that like keeps mood high. Two, it's routine. I can't just eat shit all day after show, because I'll have to eat like post workout, which will be like my normal stuff. And then yeah, and it's just nice to like use up some of the calories after having a takeaway. So yeah, but feeling better. That's what I was getting to. This morning I cried before I did my cardio, put it off as much as possible, and yeah, just didn't want to go and do it. Went and did it, actually really enjoyed it. It's just the getting there that is the issue. So yeah, I've got another 45 minutes to do later, and my push session. But the end is in sight. We just need to, yeah, keep pushing, and yeah, hopefully we'll bring a better look next weekend. Just having my protein cake and a coffee. I've actually been leaving the centre of this to be a little bit undercooked, because obviously it hasn't got anything in it that needs to be cooked, and then it means it's all gooey in the middle. And then I've been making iced coffees out of my drinks, because obviously it's so hot, and I really like fancy an ice cream or something, but obviously I can't have that. So I have these Intenso Dolce Gustos. They have Americano ones, but obviously I want it to be like a shot. And then you fill it up with water, ice, and then just pour that in there. I actually really like this. This is, yeah, very happy we have these, because, and then there's all the decaf stuff. But I have these before like 1 o'clock at the moment, because my energy is quite low. I was just having it in the morning, like one of them, but I'm actually having them a bit more often now. But my sleep isn't too bad, so yeah, nice little iced drink to take outside with my cake. Morning, gang. Just checking in with you basically. 58.3 this morning, so 0.5 of a kg down again. Headspace is not very good at all, but I'm just counting down the hours basically. This week is definitely harder than the last sort of like 2 weeks before show. Just mentally, last night I was like almost sobbing during my session, just because like there's a lot of things that are hurting. Like my forearm has been hurting for a while, and it's just been getting progressively worse, and obviously I can't rest it, so every time I do my push sessions I get sort of like nerve twinges, so I need to rest that post show, and hopefully that will sort itself out. And then when I was doing my cardio I just started crying. It's an emotional roller coaster, that is for sure, but yeah, I just think it's just the tiredness and like the very high expenditure is catching up with me. Like, I'm fully aware that there's people that are doing a lot more than me and like have it a lot harder than me, like especially like I feel like the men's categories are a lot more extreme, but just personally this is more than I've ever gone through, so for me it's hard, but like I say, for other people it may not be hard. But yeah, at the moment we're on 950 calories every day, and I'm doing an hour and a half of cardio. Today is the last day of an hour and a half, and then I think tomorrow is an hour. So today I've got an hour and a half of cardio, and I've got legs and pull to do, so I'm off to do legs and pull shortly, and then 45 minutes of cardio afterwards, and then I'll do the other 45 minutes later. But yeah, it's been a hard few days. It's been a hard few days, so hopefully it's worth it. That is, as long as I feel like it's worth it after the show, then I'll be happy. Again, I'm not fussed about placing, the same as I wasn't the first time. I just want to make sure that we're bringing a non-flat look, because the last look was extremely flat. So we're loading differently this time. We're going to have carbs on show day, which we didn't do last time, because yeah, as soon as I get some carbs, even if it's a little bit, I feel like I just look completely different. So yeah, we will see, but that is your little update. I'll probably see you tomorrow now, and then going into peak week basically, because there probably isn't much else to update on, plus I'm not really in the mood. But like I said yesterday, I obviously want to keep it real, and I don't want to act like I'm having a great time, because this is hard. It is hard. But yeah, so I'm gonna take the dog out, get some steps in before it gets too hot, because it's currently 30 degrees most days, and then yeah, head to do legs pull. Wish me luck. Oh my god, look at this and look at that. I just took Cleo for a walk and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some steps in while the weather's okay, and now I'm like this. So hopefully I won't have to be on the treadmill for longer than an hour later, because if it's anything like this, but I'm literally like, I could wring out my top. It was the weirdest feeling. I was literally running back and I was just like laughing. It was the weirdest like sense of like endorphin rush. I was literally sprinting and I had to, I was up there. Yeah. I was up by Lucas on my way back from Lucas, like ages, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to sprint. So yeah, because Cleo was like whining. I was hiding under a tree and she just would not stay there, so I was like, right, we're gonna have to run back. But yeah, she's soaked, ruining mum's pillows. But yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. I'm on no carb today because it's a rest day. yeah, I've been doing a bit of reflection after the last show, and I think because it was my first one and I wasn't worried about placings, and like I hadn't done one yet, it was all very exciting, whereas I feel like it's peak week and I am not enjoying it. Whereas last time I really was, and like I'm not in the mood to practice my posing or anything, like, and I know to that some people that probably seems like such a waste, and like it's annoying me as well, but I just feel like I have no, every time I sit down I'm tired, so then I don't want to do anything, but then if I get up, I feel like I just have no get up and go.